Hello everyone, welcome to my CAD/CAM channel. In this tutorial, you learn, in addition to the FreeCAD sketching, also about the application of FreeCAD tools like Extrude, Hole, Linear Pattern, and Fillet. This is the exercise for today. We convert this 2D drawing, step by step, into this 3D solid part. Here you find the steps and the tools that I used to create this 3D solid part. First, click simply this button to start the FreeCAD workspace and to create the parametric solid part. Here are the steps and the dimensions for this drawing. In step 1, we sketch the position 1 profile on XY plane and create a solid part with the Extrude tool. Activate the Sketch tool and then select the XY plane. Activate the Centered Rectangle tool and sketch the rectangle at the origin. Now, sketch the circle profile with a diameter of 20 millimeters. As you see, the sketch is full constrained. Select the sketch without the circle area and activate the Extrude tool and then extrude it by 15 millimeters. Now, unhide the sketch and then select the circle sketch only. Then extrude the circle sketch by 18 millimeters. Next, we use the Linear Pattern tool to create the other 3 cylindrical profiles. Select this last pad and then activate the Polar Transform tool. First, select the direction in which the feature be transformed. Then put the distance value between the features. In direction 2, first define the direction and then set the parameters according to the drawing. Invert the direction. Click OK to apply or to confirm. Next, we create the holes with a diameter of 10 millimeters with the Hole tool. Select the cylindrical upper edges and then activate the Hole tool. In this dialog window, deactivate the drill angle and set the depth to 18 millimeters and the diameter to 10 millimeters. As you know, there are several ways or steps to create these holes and the cylindrical features. In step 2, we sketch the circle profile with a diameter of 40 millimeters and then we create a solid part with the Extrude tool. Activate the Sketch tool and then select the XY plane. Extract the reference edge to dimension the new sketch. Next, sketch the circle with a diameter of 40 millimeters on the horizontal axis. Now, assign the horizontal dimension. The sketch is full constrained, then close the sketch. Now, move the sketch to the correct position. When you click the sketch, the window which shows the properties of the sketch opens. Then, under Attachment and Position, set the height of the sketch. Now select the sketch and then extrude it by 23 millimeters. In step 3 and 4, we sketch the position 3 and for profiles on XZ plane and create a connecting solid part with the Extrude tool. Activate the Sketch tool and then select the XZ plane. First, extract the reference edges to constrain the new sketch. Sketch roughly the shape of the profile with the polyline tool and dimension it later. Press the letter M more times till you see the proper curve. Sketch a horizontal line at the end of the curve. Sketch a vertical construction line at the center of the cylinder. Now, constrain the line tangential to the curve. Assign the dimensions according to the drawing. Next, we sketch the offset profile to complete the sketch. Now, remove unnecessary edge and then constrain the lines tangential to the curve. Constrain the center points of the new curve to the previous one. Next, we sketch the position for profile. Click the External Geometry command and select the edges for the reference. Sketch a curve with a radius of 95 millimeters. Next, we sketch the cutout profile to remove material. Sketch two curves with a radius of 34 and 89 millimeters. Now, sketch a horizontal line between the curves. Let us add a fillet with a radius of 3 millimeters to the corners. Select all three fillets and then constrain them to equal. Now the sketch 3 and 4 are fully constrained. Select the Sketch 3 and activate the Extrude tool and then set the length to 40 mm and symmetrical. Next, and hide the sketch again. Select the Sketch 4 and activate the Extrude tool and then set the length to 13 mm and symmetrical. Don't forget to like and subscribe the video. In Step 5, we create the cylindrical part with a radius of 20 mm and the hole with a diameter of 20 mm. Select the top face of the cylinder and then activate the Sketch tool. Extract the reference edge to define the center point. Sketch a circle with a diameter of 30 mm at the center point of the circle. Select the sketch and activate the Extrude tool and then extrude it by 5 mm. Next, we create a hole with a diameter of 20 mm. Select the top face of the cylinder and then activate the hole tool. In the dialog window, deactivate the drill angle option and then set the depth to 28 mm and the diameter to 20 mm. The last step is to add fillets to the edges with a radius of 1 and 3 mm. Select the edges and then activate the Fillet tool. Set the fillet radius value to 3 mm. Set the fillet radius to 1 mm. As you see, the 3D solid part is finalized. That is for today. Follow the other videos to learn more about FreeCAD. See you in the next video. Please subscribe, like, and share the video. Thank you for watching.